Mazi, you'll be out. Mazi, be strong. Let's see.
October 21st, agreed to enter his defense and informed the Federal High Court of his plan to call a total of 23 witnesses divided into 2 categories. Well, among those listed as compellable witnesses are former Minister of Defense, General Theophilus Danjuma, former Chief of Army Staff, General Tuko Boratai, FCT Minister Yesom Wike, Works Minister Dave Umahi, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu of Lagos State, and Governor Hope Uzodinma of Imo State. The detained IPOB leader told the court he would testify on his own behalf, providing a sworn account of the facts, denying the allegations, and explaining the political context of his statements and actions. He requested a 90-day time frame to conclude his defense, given the number of witnesses. I mean, Rufai, what a dramatic turn of events. You know, Kanu's lawyer has been remanded in Kuje Correctional Center for participating in the protest. The timing and Kanu's decision to personally sign the notice raised questions about his relationship with his legal team and suggest a significant strategic pivot in his defense approach, potentially signaling his readiness to confront, the charges directly after years of legal challenge. People would say, I mean, he had no choice. Right now, his lead counsel is in detention. He has to, I believe he also is a lawyer, he says, Nnamdi Kanu. I've said some places that he said that.
You see, if we want to build a nation, let's build a nation. If we want to be hypocritical, let's be hypocritical. For all of those that are saying Ejimako has no right of protest, and I'm not a lawyer, so please, you can challenge some of my thoughts, but I'll think freely on this. And they are claiming sub judice. We have all been on this table where many cases that are currently in courts have been come to discuss here. Do you remember? Can we even go back and point out a couple of things? Anyway, we remember the debacle of Natasha, and we remember how people were coming to discuss the case while even the judges said they shouldn't discuss it here. Do we remember? Why didn't the legal disciplinary committee, why did they called in then? This case has it's been on for a while. You remember that at some point during President Buhari's administration, some Igbo leaders, even when the case was in court, went to prevail over President Buhari for a political solution. Were they sub judice then? I'm talking about those Igbo leaders. Yeah. Recently, we've heard that governors like Alex Oti and a couple of other governors, I think governor of Imo State, have been talking to the president about a case currently in courts. Can we also deem those as sub judice? So please, I don't know anything in law, but I just think out loud. So please, you can educate me. I'm open to education. We will
learn more.
No. So I want to learn.
A huge debate.
No. And that's why I'm asking. And I've cited my position that were these engagements sub judice, the one that the great elder statesman from the South is that even finally passed after that negotiation with President Buhari at an early, was a former federal minister in the 60s in this country. They went to President Buhari to ask and beg that Nnamdi Kanu should be released political solution. The governors that have been talking to the president as regards that, are these also sub judice? Because when you say, okay, Ejimako went to protest about a case in court and you say, okay, sub judice, you should know better. Now he's been detained and, he's been taken against his right. We forget he's a citizen first. Well, those other instances where they sub judice. That's just what I want to. And please, let's also put a background on this case. We've also had a court in this country that have said Nnamdi Kanu did no wrong and should be discharged and acquitted, and appeal courts, before this case had been taken to the Supreme Court. So let's also put that in the context of this conversation. Right. Nnamdi Kanu said he wants to go ahead with his defense process. Yes, he has the rights, but also it's only incumbent on let's even make a verification if he was the one that listed these people out. And let's make a verification on that process that was said that came from him. And let him go through his defense. A man has a right to be able to defend himself.
Right.
I am not saying that we should not, have a definitive stance on the rule of law in this country. But all I point out every day is the hypocrisy.
The selective application.
I mean, there are people now that we see them carrying guns and everything, bandits, having peace meetings and all that. Nobody have arrested them now. Okay. Their matter is not in court, it's not sub judice now.
All right.
So that one is out there. Then secondly, we have also seen people that were pardoned, bandits, criminals that were pardoned. All we're also saying is the political solution that you feel was good for the bandits that people speak for, give it to this man and charge him that if any other thing is done again, then actions will be meted out. That's all what a lot of people are calling for in this regard.
Yes.
That's just it. So if you call him all sorts of things, you call him a terrorist and everything, but you've done it for some bandits in the past now, why is it so different?
All right.
That's all I'm asking.
Right.
I'm not saying I support the way he went about it. I'm not saying I support all his abuses.
All right.
You did the same process people are saying do for this man, for other people that we saw. You even rehabilitated them. Like Dr. Bati said, you give them ashwebi and jollof rice and pepper soup. These are people that carry gun. No? I'm not sure now the Kanu ever. Did you ever say any gun is not going to shoot people? But these are even people that carry gun. No, that kill them.
Criminals.
That criminals that committed heinous crimes. Oh.
All right.
You gave them a waiver and you said they should be good members of society again. All we are just saying is, for the sake of balancing and for the sake of let's have fairness.
All right.
Let that same thing be done to Nnamdi Kanu, and let's also charge him that all the insecurity there that people attribute to him, let it stop.
All right.
So that at least when Nnamdi Kanu is out of the picture, anybody that does this thing again, we say, okay, we know this is criminality. That's all I'm arguing, you know.
The names that he mentioned, though, as compellable witnesses, I mean, I wonder how that will play into his, defense and all of that. He's asking for 90 days. I believe the last time there was a ruling by James Omotosho, Judge Omotosho, he had said that Nnamdi Kanu should, conduct his case within 6 days. So I don't know. I mean, he's now asked for 90 days. Seems like another extension. But yesterday was this Free Nnamdi Kanu protest, and there were many dimensions to the protest. We saw a clergyman calling out notable pastors, including Pastor Enoch Adeboye, as well as Pastor Tunde Bakare, saying that instead of enjoying tithes and offerings, they should be present at the protest. Well, the same priest was seen running and taking cover after police dispensed tear gas. Let's take a look.
As an Episcopal Lord, I was in a huge master stroke, barely 24 hours to his court case. He has officially dragged former and present high-ranking politicians and military officials to be used as witnesses in his court case. This sounds a bit funny, but this is true. Listen to this. Detained IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu has notified the Federal High Court of his intention to summon top political and military figures as witnesses in his ongoing trial. In a personally signed notice, Kanu hinted at dismissing his legal team led by Chief Kanu Agabi, SAN, and requested a 90-day period to conclude his defense. He informed the court that his second category of witnesses would be vital and compellable under Section 232 of the Evidence Act 2011. Among those listed are former Defense Minister General Theophilus Danjuma, retired, ex-Army Chief General Tuko Buratai, retired, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu and Ho Uzodinma, also Minister Nyesom Wike and also Dave Umahi. Also, others include are ex-Justice Minister Abubakar Malami and ex-NIA Director Ahmed Rufai Abubakar. This is a report which has been confirmed, of course, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu himself signed his defense, telling the court that, in fact, since you people want to keep me here, since you people are not ready to let me go, then no problem. We are going to drag this case to the mud and to the gutters. We are going to drag this matter wherever I want to take it to. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is very prepared for his defense as we speak. Now listen very carefully. This is where it gets interesting. There are 3 strong points Mazi Nnamdi Kanu raised in this report, and I want you to listen to them one by one. There are 3 strong points. I call them cardinal points that I extracted from all this. The first of which is that officially, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is dragging the elites of Nigeria, both military and politically, is dragging them to court officially. That is number 1. Number 2 point I got from this is that officially, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is asking the court to extend the time for his defense from 1 week to 3 months, which is 90 days. And the third thing I got from this is that Kanu is hinting on sacking his legal team. Now, having laid the cardinal points, this is what I have to say, and this is me being on the spot. The first one is Nnamdi Kanu dragging political elites and military officials, ex and present, to court. This is a wonderful master stroke because these are the same people, most of the names listed there. Many of them are working in cahoot. They are syncing together. They are the ones who accuse Nnamdi Kanu of these offenses. They are the ones who even cooked up these offenses. And many of them are the ones who even kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya down to Nigeria, and of which if Buhari was still alive, Buhari's name would have still been among this list. And this is a master stroke because you cannot invite a dog to your house and go and hide under your bed. You must come out and face the music that you have already started in the first place. Because all this while they are hiding in their mansions, pretending they don't know what's going on, while they are pulling the strings on Omotosho's head, making sure that all what they are saying is going on behind the back. So Nnamdi Kanu bringing them out of their houses is a master stroke. Let the world see them for who they are. Let them come to the court and perhaps corroborate all the things that they are doing in their back. Let them come forward and say it in the presence of Nnamdi Kanu. There is a popular saying that if you want to say something, say it to my face. If you want to do something, do it with your full chest. Stop hiding and doing things. They should all come out and face the music that they have all started in the first place. Also, number 2, which is about asking the court for 90 days extra. Number 2, which is about asking the court for 90 days extra. I believe that the way the court is going now, Omotosho cannot deny that there has been no particular time frame that has ever been obeyed throughout this court started. Many a times the court has said A and they have done B. Many a times Omotosho has given the time frame to carry out this case and he has disobeyed it. So there's nothing wrong in somebody knowing very well that he cannot defend himself in under 7 days to start trying to fulfill righteousness and perhaps kill his own case by himself. Knowing very well that the caliber of people he's inviting, many of them will be given invitations, many of them already have appointments they are going to have to make out time to come, among the 23 of them. So it is very, very wise for the court to grant this request for the 90 days. Perhaps you want him to defend himself, then you give him time to defend himself, because now it's obvious that the government is enjoying this whole case. No problem. All of us will all enjoy it together. Let's see how it will be. Let the whole world searchlight be on the High Court. Let us see how this case will turn out. The 90 days is valid by me, and I'm calling upon the court to grant that request. Let Nnamdi Kanu be given enough time to defend himself, because as a defendant, he has the right to defend himself. As well, if you can adjourn this case for 5 months and 6 months, what is just 90 days for a defense? So yes, 90 days for Nnamdi Kanu's defense is very, very okay and approved by me, and we are calling upon the government and the High Court to immediately effect this request for 90 days for the defense to carry out an extensive case. And the last one, which is about hints on Nnamdi Kanu sacking his legal team. I welcome every intention by Nnamdi Kanu to relieve those sons of their duty, because I have been here at the forefront. All of you would have noticed many of you that follow my videos every day know that I do not score those SANs anything close to 30% because they look absent-minded from this case. The only time they appear with their huge robes is when Nnamdi Kanu has a court, then you see them coming out to the case, to the court, to sit down, and that's end. You don't see them again. They are not present in our faces. They are not attached to Kanu emotionally, only financially perhaps. They are just there because it's officially their job. That's not what we want here. Nnamdi Kanu is not a job. Nnamdi Kanu is a movement. And any lawyer around Nnamdi Kanu must be one that is going to be attached to what he believes in. One that's going to be attached to his health, to his life, and to the steps he's taking to secure his freedom. If you are only there for the money itself, definitely you are not part of this movement. That is why I support Nnamdi Kanu's decision, to part ways with his lawyers when he finally decides to do that, which would be wonderful. And I believe that is part of the reason why he wants, the defense to, have more time for the 90 days, because it may be among these 90 days that he will decide, to change his lawyers. Definitely, it is within his rights to change his lawyers at any point in time he deems fit, and to choose anybody that he feels can represent him at every point in time. So I approve any plan by Nnamdi Kanu to change those SANs, and I think all those SANs should go, please. They should all go. And my personal opinion is that Mike Ozekome should be recalled back to this, legal team. If possible, should be given the lead role alongside Max Olokpara. These two people should spearhead